may know her or have worked with her or whatever, but she's the one that does the education department here. We got into this when my son was 5 years old. He was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. We did not know anyone in our circle, in our family, or anything had a child that had diabetes. All we had ever heard of was sugar. And at my age and time we was coming up, if some of the elders had sugar or whatever, and they didn't tell you what it was, you didn't ask. It was none of your business. So I never knew what it was. But thank God for the Guthrie group. They was the one that took care of my son, took care of our son. They educated us. We went to counseling and everything else. Went to camp. The diabetic camp is absolutely wonderful for children, because when people have children and they're newly diagnosed, moms normally do not want their kid out of her sight, because you're scared that somebody do not know how to take care of your child. And that's where I work. And how did I got to this point? It was by the grace of God. It was all kind of miracles that God put in my way for me to get here. Sometimes we think that tragedies and things that happen in our life is really bad, and it's just God's way of working it out through our struggle in order for us to get to this point. So now, everything that I have, all the groups in town, I thank God for them. They supported me. Cancer, heart. I know last month we celebrated. I heard somebody talking about Go Red. I had all the material and stuff here because it was really, I think, focused on women's and heart attacks, because we're the ones that if we get a heart attack, we don't normally survive, as well as men do. Our rate of survival, I think, is much less. So we had all kind of material here. I wasn't able to get anyone to come out. The director and her staff did come out and have lunch and bring me a lot of updated material. Each month we try to stay up on whatever type of disease it is and have that material available for you. It's free for you if you want to use it. Cancer, that is something I know very much about too. My mom had breast cancer and she died at a very early age. My mom had a cardiac arrest. She just had a massive heart attack and died. It was noted by mom. 5 months later, my dad died. I was traumatized. So with all of those struggles, like I said, my life is struggles, I developed type 2 diabetes. But with the help of God, I've been able to manage it with diet, exercise, and watching what I eat. I mean, I'm very mindful. I'm not crazy, man. I go to the doctor every 3 to 6 months, get my hemoglobin A1C checked to make sure that I'm in the right range that I'm supposed to be in. So this place here is more like a testimony of my life. It's really sort of centered around my son that's 33 years old now. He'll probably be down hopefully next week or the following week. He feel like he has to watch over me now. But he's the one that has had diabetes since he was 5. And he comes in and he wants people to know, yes, I am real. Yes, I did survive. Yes, I'm okay. He has a 7-year-old little girl that's going to spend spring break with me. So I just thank God for that, because these diseases is nothing easy to deal with. You have to really work hard at it. So, when I talk to anyone, I have compassion for it. I have a heart for it, because it's something that I know about. So when people come in, and if somebody comes through that door every day, said, I'm newly diagnosed diabetic, and those that really don't have the education, don't have the training up, we know immediately when they open their mouth and start talking, they don't have a clue what they're talking about, because they start talking about something sugar-free. I said, I've never told anybody anything is sugar-free. Is sugar even in fruits? Different types of sugar. You can eat too much fruit and you do damage to yourself there. So we try to, whatever level they are at, we try to meet them at that level and support them. And so they are very grateful. We have people that had open heart surgery, because my focus is really on the salt, which is people with high blood pressure and all that stuff. You need to be watching it. The sugar, the diabetic, and the fats, the cholesterol. So I know some of you, the food might be a little bland, it might not be as tasty as what we used to. But I always say, we ate what our parents was able to afford to give us. Now we are supposed to be more educated, more advanced, and we should do a better job at taking care of ourselves and passing it along to our children and to our grandchildren. So my life story here is very real to me, and I work hard, and I go all over the city, giving my testimony, speaking to people. people and trying to get people just to realize, it's very important that you eat correctly. If you don't have the disease, praise God for it, because if you do get it, you have to really watch what you want if you want to live very long.
Yes.
So if you don't have it, you can still eat healthy. You don't have to, it's something called prevention. And so you don't have to eat a whole bunch of junk to make us sick. And I did not bring the statistics in here, so my daughter Ducky run out real fast. But when it comes to diabetes and all that kind of stuff, the African Americans and the Hispanic group is very high risk. And I felt like when God planted me here in this area, I was between the midst of both groups. And the gentleman that's over the Hispanic group, I forget his name, but anyway, he's been in here several times. He's trying to support me also. But it's very difficult to get people to try to change their habit, And if you taste some of the baked goods, or you taste some of the foods here, I've removed an awful lot of that sugar and fats, and you really can't tell unless you just got a real sweet tooth and you want all that sugar in your food and salt and all that stuff. So I would just say I really thank you for this. It's my philosophy. It's something I'm passionate to have, and it's something that I'm trying to share with everyone. And for us, I know I am the only facility in the state of Kansas trying to do something like this. So like to ask all of you that really believe in prayer to keep me at the top of the list, because I definitely believe in it, because one of my goals is never to open on Sunday. I'm open 6 days a week. I'm open Monday through Thursday from 10 to 6, and I'm open on Fridays 10 to 8, Saturdays 9 to 3:30, so I get a little rest and I go to church on Sunday. So I thank you guys for listening to me. Do anybody have any questions or any comments or something they want to say to me? Yes, ma'am.
I have a son that's very obese, has type 2 diabetes on him, and he's 29, but he is very, very large. Will I be able to share this type of information with him? Because I tell him about stuff all the time.
It's very good. The doctor, one of the things that the doctor tells type 2 diabetics from the start is get the weight off. Believe it or not, I had to lose close to 30 pounds in order to do what I'm doing. Because I was, as my son say, a little chunky. He didn't let me call myself fat. He's a little chunky, a little healthy, a lot of one, whatever you use. That was my son. But if you lose that weight, he would be surprised. If you lose the weight and start exercising and eating right, it's really proportion size and what you're consuming and how much energy that you're burning up. He will be amazed. He probably won't be a type 2 diabetic. He can almost probably get rid of it, but he always has to be mindful of how much food he's consuming.
Well, I'm going to recommend him, because he likes to go out to eat a lot, so I'm going to recommend him.
Thank you. Thank you.